You guys ready? All right. $1.50, 2.5, at 15, not 2.5, able to get 2.5, bit of 2.5, not 2.5, at 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 60, and now 60, not 2.5, going to be 2.5, able to get 2.5, going to be 1, and 2, 2, 3, able to get 3, and 3, 4, 5 here, 600, and 66, 7 here, now 7, 8 here, 8, now 8, 9, and now 9 here, 70, able to get 71, and 70, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, cabinets, 170. Welcome back, Troy. So welcome back. How's the weather in Colorado? Oh, Lordy. Five and 6-year-old cows, guys, are 2 and 3 months bred. 1,500. 15 and a half, 15 and a half here, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2, 1, and 21, 2, and 2, 3, we get 3, we get 4, and 5, and 25, 25, 50, and 25, going to be 25, going to be 2,600 here, and 26 and a half here, and a half here, 26, 7, and 27, and 750, and 27, going to be 2,800, and 28 and a half here, going to be 8 and a half, 9, and 9, bit of a 9 and a half, bit of a 9 and a half, bit of a 9 and a half, bit of a 950, and 20 and a half, 9 and a half, 950, and 20, bit of a 9 and a half, 9 and a half, Doug Gibbett, 9 and a half, bit of a 9 and a half, bit of a 9 and a half, Chris Reed, 2,900. Seven and 8-year-old cows are 2 and 3 months bred. I'm gonna weigh them. $1.50. $1.52 and a half. Yeah, 2 and a half. You're gonna get 55, 57, 57, you're gonna be 60. You're gonna get 2 and a half. You're gonna get 5, 7 and a half, 7, 70, 172 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, 77, 80, and 82 and a half. You're gonna be 85 here. You're gonna be 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 87. You give 85, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 90. $1.90 there. You're gonna be 90. You're gonna get 90. You're gonna be 90. You're gonna get 90. You're gonna be 90. You're gonna get 90 here. Sort of 187.50. Chris, 55. Eight to 10, shortbread. Did you have a good weekend, Ricardo? Oh, yeah. $1.50. 152 and a half, and 150, you're gonna get 2 and a half, you're gonna get 55, 57 and a half, you're gonna be 60, you're gonna get 2 and a half, you're gonna get 65, 7 and a half, 7 and a half Sunday, and 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 2, 71, bit 2, 71, you're gonna be $2, and 2, 3, 72, you're gonna get 3, 72, you're gonna get 3, 72, 3, and 72, you're gonna get 3 and a half, 72, you're gonna be $3, you're gonna get 3, you're gonna get 3, throw your hat, and half 3, you're gonna get 3, and half 3, Chris, 172.15. 16X. Wake House, 6 to 10 years old. $1.50. 152.50, and 50, you're gonna get 2 and a half, bit of a banana, 2 and a half, you're gonna get 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 57, 57, you're gonna be 60, you're gonna get 60, bit of a 60, you're gonna get 60 there, 61, and 2, you're gonna be 2, you're gonna be 3, you're gonna get 3, you're gonna get 3 and a half, 3, 4, 64, 65, and 65, and 65, 600, and 67, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 67, $8, and now 70, and I'm gonna be 9, 70, 170, now 1, and 70, 71, 71, 71, 171, and 71, $171, here's 71, here, Chris, 170.15. Six-year-olds, $1.50. 152.50, 50, 2 and a half, bit of that, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, 55, 57, 57, good to be 60, and now 62 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, 5, and 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, 172 and a half, 72 and a half, 5, and 75 here, 75, 75, 77 and a half, 77 and a half, 80, and now 80 there, 180 there, 180 here, William going to be 180, a dollar 80 there, going to be 180, and now internet's out, 182 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, 85, 85, 85, round again, 85 here, going to be 85, going to be 85, going to be 85, going to be 85 here, sort of 182.50. Chris 3X. Let me know when Cox gets in. Cox Farms. Okay. 10-year-old cows here, $1.50. You get $1.52 and a half, bit of a 2 and a half, bit of 2 and a half, good of 2 and a half, bit of 2. Come on down, 2 and a half, and 52.50, and 52 and a half, good of 2 and a half, 52 and a half, 35, and 37 and 37 and 37 and 37 and 37 and good of 40, and 40 and 2 and a half, 42 and a half, 45, you get 47 and 47.50, and 40, bit of 7 and a half, 47 and a half, 47 and Troy had 47 and a half, here's on 145, gray 5. 162 and a half. You get 2 and a half here. 2 and a half. You get 2 and a half. Bit of 2 and a half. Bit of 5. And have I here going to be 162 and a half. High 7 and a half. And 7 and a half. 7 and a half. 7 and a half. 70. Going to be 71. And 70. 72. 71. 2. 71. Going to be 2 here. 71. 2. 71. 2. 71. 2. 72. 3. And 73. Bit of 3 and a half. 3. 4. And 74 here. 74. 74. 73. 74. 73. 74. 73. Bit of 4 here. Cabinet 173. 3. Two-year-olds are open. You give $1.50. $1.50. $1.55. 55. Going to be 60. Going to be 70. Going to be 80. Going to be 90. Going to be 2 now. 5. Going to be 205. Going to be 25. 10. 210. 210. 210. John. And 10 and 15. 25 and 30. And now 30. Going to get 235. Going to get 240. Going to be 245. Going to be 245. And 45. 5 here. Going to be 245. You're on the line. 245. 50. And 250. Going to get 255. And 55 and half. 55. 55. 60. Going to be 265. And 265 here. 5 here. 70. Going to get 270. Going to get 270 and 270, we get 270, we get 270, going to be 270, Chris, 265, 7X. Seven and 8-year-old or 4 and 5 months, Brad. Larry Fitzgerald, guys. Cavs top the market every time they come to town. 30 some of these guys right there. You're going to be 2021. 21 and 21, 21, 21, 2. We get 2 now 3, 23, 4, 24, 25, 2600 and 27. Going to be 20. Hey, going to be 27. Going to be 8 now 9 and down 9. Bit of a 9. What about a half? 850 and 28 and a half here. 8 and a half. Going to be 28 and a half. Going to be 28 50. You get 28 and a half here. Now 9 and now 950 and now 9 and a half. Going to get 9 and a half. Going to be 29 50 on line. You're out. 29 50 and 20. Going to get 9 and a half. 9 and a half. Going to get 9 and a half. Bit of a 9 and a half. 9 and a half here. Sort of a 2900. Grace 100. 17. $100 sounds better. $14 more than Fitzgerald cows down at Minko. 8 to 10 years old. They're going to be 4 and 5 months. 2 to 5 months. Got a nice set of cows, Larry. 2 to 5 months. 2,000. 2100, 21, 20, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2100, 1, 2, and 21, 2, 3, 22, 3, 23, what about half, 3, and 23, 3, and 22 and a half, going to be 23, half, and 23, 50, half and a half, 4, and 2400 and a half, 4 and a half, going to be 24 and a half, now 5, and 2500, 550, and 25 and a half, bit of a half here, going to be 25 and a half, going to be 25 and a half, 600, and 25 and a half, going to be 26. 2600. Hey, going to be 2600 and 2550, 2600. Hey, going to be 2600. Here, going to be 6. Sold them 2550. Chris 16X. Cow's got a knot in the right flank. Pull her off, please. 15X. Is that right? 16X. Cow had a knot in her flank, right side. Right side. Your left. Rob, I've been kind of hearing some good things about your Broncos on the radio. But they haven't played it yet, but. You ready? All right. $1.50, 2.5. You 2, had a 2.5, going to get 2.5, going to be 2.5, going to get 5, and 57, 57, going to be 60, going to get 2.5, going to be 2.5, going to get 5, and 67.5, 70, going to get 72.5, going to be 71, and 71 here, 71, 71, 71, 71, $1, 71 here, 71, $1 here, sold 170, Chris 10. Nah, bench, second string. Huh? See, he's going to be over there washing trucks. Need him back. See? Antone, do you sow any wheat yet, Antone? Yeah. Turkeys? Fantastic. That might be for you now. $1.50. She's 10 by 5. Got a limp. $1.50. 150, 52 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, $2.50, $1.50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, here, $102 and a half, and 2 and a half, going to be 105, going to be 10, 15, 20, 25, 20, 30, going to be 30, 35, 40, $1.45, 45, 50, $1.55, 55, 60, going to be 60, 10, 60, and 55, 60, going to be 60, going to be 60, so 155, Ricardo. You tell him, not me. Seven to 10 years old, open cows. 135, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 40, 35, 40, 55, 50, 2 and a half, 55, 7, 57, 57, 57, 57, 60, and 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 67, 70, 170, 170, 170, now 2 and a half, 71, and 70, 71, 71, 71, 71, going to be 71, going to be 71, Chris, 170, 15. $85, 85 there, good to be 85 there, good to be 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 87, 57, 57, 57, 57, 50, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, good to be 87, 50, and down, honey, bit of 90, bit of 90, and that 2 and a half, good to be 95, and 95 here, 95, 95, 95, bit of 95, bit of 95, bit of 95 here, Cavaness Bull, 192, 50. Is that 7007 or LOOL? 7007. LOOL.
Laugh out times two. Loud.
Laugh out, laugh out. Laugh out loud. $185, $185 there, good to be 85 there, good to be 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 75, and 77, 77, good to be 80, that 2 and a half, good to be 85, 85, 85, 87, good to be 87, 90, and 90, that 2 and a half, 92, 55, and 95, 95, 95, 95, about that, 97, 97, 97, 97, good to be 2, good to be 2, good to be 2, good to be 2, good to be $2, and 97, good to be 2, 97, good to be 2, good to be 2, good to be 2, Doug, 197.50 on 6, Doug 6. $55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, now you get to 70, 75, and 77 and a half, 80, 2 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 90, and down, 100, 90, there, good 90, 90, you give 88, 9, 99, 85, and down, 90, bit of a 91, and 90, 91, 91, 91, bit of 91, bit of 91, bit of 1, here, good to be 90, and 1, here, sort of 190, Cavaness Bull. $2. 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, good to be 205, good to be 205, good to be 2750, 7 and a half, good to be 210, bit of a 10, good to be 210, 12 and a half, good to be 210, 12 and a half, good to be 15, and 15, 17 and a half, good to be 17 and a half, good to be 16, 17, and 217, good to be 17, good to be 17, here 17, so what about 216, Doug 7. Oh yeah, that's it. Iowa Trading Company. Well, maybe signed up for some. Probably one of them trade shows. Got my number. And $2, 2 and a half, yeah, 2 and a half, bit of 2 and a half, bit of that, good to be 2 and a half, bit of 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, 185, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87.50, 87 and a half, 90, bit of 90, bit of 90, good to be 90, 191, and a 93, bit of 93, bit of 93, bit of 95, bit of 95, and 93, 5, and 93 and a half, 3, bit of 95, 97, and 97, 97, 97, 97, 97, bit of 95, good to be 7, 95, good to be 7 here, sold 195, Cavaness Bull. $175, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 77, 77, good to be 80, 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, 5, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, here, 3, 5, here, 87, 87, 89, 85, here, 90, and down, 90 here, 90 here, 91, and here, 91, 91, bit of 1, good to be 91, bit of 91, here, Doug 7, 190. Get sand in my teeth. See much.
It'll be alright. You've eaten worse.
Dollar 55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 65, and now 70, 5, 80, 82 and a half, 82, 50, 82 and a half, 5 here, 87, 50, 87, 5, and 90, and 90 here, 91, and 90, 91, 91, 91, here, 91, bit of one here, group $91, one here, group $91 here, so 190 cabinets, boo. Little coy like in school? Not really. Not many kids are.
Here, if you see a bull, write it down.
They had a freshman hazing for Collins. They come into the house at 2 in the morning and picked her up. Yeah. 185, 85 there, going to be 85, 85, 87, 87, 92, 92, 55, and 95, 97, 97, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, down 2 and a half, going to be 2, 2 and a half, going to be 5, and have 5, 750, and 7 and a half, going to be 7 and a half, going to be 6, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 8, 3, 9, 2 and a half, going to be 8, 9, here, going to be 209, and now 9, daughter, going to be 9, daughter, going to get on here, Doug, 208, 7. Picked her up. Yeah. Got a little swelling down low. $50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 5, 70, 5, you get 75, and 75 here, 75, 75, 80 here, 180, 185 here, group of 85 and 90, and 90, bit of 90, bit of 90, group of 85, bit of 90, 85, group of 90, bit of 90, cabinets 185, boo. They picked her up at 2, they went to this house and swim, and then brought her back like at 6:30 Sunday morning. Yes, that was yesterday morning, 6:30 in the morning. Well, morning. They didn't get in until midnight for the cheerleading. That's become a prep rally deal Saturday night. $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, you get 5 here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 35, 40, and 35, 40, 40, 40, 55, 50, 5, and 55, 60, 65, and now 65 here, 70, and 70 here, 72 and a half here, 72, 50, and 70, 2 and a half, going to be 70, 2 and a half, 72 and a half here, gray, 170, 22. $10 by 5. 10 by 5 plus 2,000. 20, 100, 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 2100, here, 1, here, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, here, 600, and 26, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 6, 7, and 6, 7, and 7, 700, going to be 2700, going to be 2700, going to be 26, 7, here, 7, here, going to be 7. Chris, 2600 on 16. Well, like, she has to be there like at 7 o'clock, 3 days a week for cheer. And I don't have to take him till 8. Or we leave the house by 7:45. So not, but the girl that, there's a lady that picks her up at like 6:45 at the house, so that's nice that. $2, 2 and a half. Yeah, $2, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, bit of a half here, we get 250, and 2 and a half here, half here, half here, $1.80, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 90, 2 and a half, 95, 7 and a half, $2, 1, 203, 205, 207, 209, 210, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Cabinets 214, boo. Loud. $50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, and 55, 60, 65 here, 70, 175 here, 80, 77 and a half, 80, and 250, 85 here, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87, 50 to 90, and 92 and a half, 92, 50, 95, and 97 and a half, 97 and a half, 97 and a half, 97 and a half, 97, 50 here, sort of 195, Canvas Bull-X. 185, 85 here, 85, 85, 85, 85, and 90, and 95 here, 95, 95, 92, 95, 2, 195, 2, 195, 202 and a half, and 202 and a half here, 5, and now 5, 205, and 205, 5 here, Doug, 202 and a half, 7. This is third day, right? This is third day, Thursday, yeah, Thursday, Friday, today, yeah. 185, 85 there, 85, 85, 85, 87, 87, 87, 87, 87, 50, 87 and a half here, 87 and a half here, 87, 50, 87 and a half here, 175, and 75 here, 75, 77 and a half, 77 and a half, group of 80 here, group of 80 down to 50, 82 and a half and 5 here, 87 and a half, group of 87 and a half, group of 87 and a half here, Cabinet Bull, 185. Going to 8. 9, 10. Good gracious. Time to get out. $55, 55, 55, 55, 75, 57, going to be 60, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 750, and 67 and a half, 70, and half 70, 2 and a half, 75, 75, 77 and a half, 77 of 80, and 180 there, 2 and a half here, 85 here, 87, 50, 87 and a half, and 90, and 100, 90 here, group 90, 2 and a half, group 95, and 95, we get 95, we get 95, 95, 95, 95, we get 95 here, Cabinet Bull, 192 and a half X. See how this would go. Five-year-old. 5-year-old guys, $1.50, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 5 here, 70, 5, 75, 75, 75, 175, and 75 here, 75 here, 75 here, Doug, 170. 5. Doug, 5. Pull off, tip off. Have in here. Wow, a lot. 8 by 5, 2,000, 20, 100, 21, 20, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2, and 21, 2, 1, 2, 21, 200 here, 2, we get 3, and 23, 400 here, 4, 5, and 25, and 25, 4 and a half, 24 and a half, and 5, and 25 here, 2,500 here, 500 here, Chris, 24 and a half, 55.
She's getting stirred up. Get her.
Now.
After this one, we'll go over there.
Ford Open, $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, now 70, now 5, and 75, 75, 83, 85, 85, now 90, 100, 90, 100, 90, jigga 90, and now 93, 85, 90, group 85, group 190, and 95, and 95 here, 95 and 2, group 95, group $2, and 95, group 2 here, group 9, you're out of line, group 2, now 2, group 2, group 2, group 2, 195, group 2 here, so 195, Chris 3X. Let's go to the north side.
Ten by five.
10 by 5.
Knock your hip down. She'll be all right one of these days.
10 by 5, guys. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, $1.50, $1.50, 152 and a half, and 50, we get 2 and a half, going to be 50, we get 2 and a half, going to be 50, we get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a S, 150 on 4, S4. Eight-year-old. 135, 35, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 40, and 35, 40, 40, 40, we get 40, we get 45, we get 45, we get 50, 5, and 55, 60, 65, and 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, here, going to be 165, and now 70, 170, 570, we get 70, going to be 70 here, Doug, 165 on 5. How old? 10-year-old, 140. 145 and 45 here, 45 here, 45 here, 45, 45, you get 5 here, 45, you get 45, you get 45, you get 45, you get 50, and 52 and a half, group 2 and a half, you get 5, and 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 55, 57, 60, and now 60 there, 60, 2 and a half, and 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, group 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, group 2 and a half here, Gray, 160 on 3. $120, 10-year-old. She's open. She's 10 and open. 125, 25 and 25. We get 30. We get 5. We get 40. We get 5. We get 50 and a half, 52 and a half, 52 and a half. You get 2 and a half, 52, 50, and 52 and a half. Group 2 and a half. We get 2 and a half. Group 2 and a half. Group 52 and a half. Group 2 and a half. Here, Doug. 150 on 5. Why would they do that? 55, 55, 55, 55, 75, 57, 57, 57, 55, 57, 50, and now 60, we get 2 and a half, 5, and 67 and a half, 70, 170, 170, 170, 170, 170, and now 70, we get 70, we get 70, Doug, 67 and a half, 5. I want to throw rocks at those kids. 8-year-old way, $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 2 and a half, 52 and a half, 52, 50, and 50, we get 2 and a half, go to 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, 57 and a half, 60, half 1, and half 3, and half 5, 63, we get 5, and half 3, we get 5, we get 5, 3, we get 5, 3, we get 5, here, Booker, 163. You guys let him get started. Still on vacation. 5 by 4, 2000. 20, 100, and 24, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 100, 100, 15 half, and 15 and a half here, half here, 16, and 1600 here, half and a half here, going to be 1600, and 1600 here, half and a half, going to be 16 and a half, 17, bit of 17, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 18, 1800 here, 18 here, kind of your kind, right there, 18 and a half, so 1800, Chris, 55. $5 and open, $1.50. 55, yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 55 here, 55, 55, 60, 5, 70, 5, 175 here, so 170, Chris, 3X. She looks like she is 6 years old. She's 7 months bred. What a cow. You give 1,000 times 2.
She got hip on.
A lot of that going around today, huh? You give 1,000. You get 2,000. Guess we're not selling show pigs. 1,100. 1,100. 10, 11, you 10, 11, 12, and 12, and 13, maybe to get 13, maybe to get 14, maybe to get 15, 1,500, and 14, 15, 16, and 16, maybe to get 17, 18, 19, 2, 1, and 21, 2, 21, 2, 21, 2, 21, 2, 21, 200, and 21, 2, 1, 2, 1, maybe to get 2, Chris, 2,100 on 55. 6 years old. She's 5 months. 2,000 and 2,100 and 2,100. I got it, boys. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 25. 607 and 7 of 800. 8, 9, 3, 3,000. I get 3 and 25. Your third and 25. I get 3 and 1 and 31, 31, 31. I get 31, 2, 31, bit 2 and 3,200. 31, 2, 31, 2, 31, 2, 31, 2, 31. Going to be 200. 31. Going to be 2. Chris, 3,100 on 3. 10 years old, 3 months bred, daughter. Daughter 5, and 105 here. Going to be 105, going to get 5, going to get 5, going to get 5, going to get 5, and 10, going to be 10, going to get 15, 20, and 25, going to be 25, and 30, going to get 30, going to get 35, going to be 35, and 40, 140, 140, and 45, going to get 45, 45 here, 45 here, 45 out here, 45, 50, and 50, going to get 50, going to get 50, 145, going to get 50 here, gray, 145, 5. 10 by 5. 10 by 5, 1,500, and 15 and a half, and 15 and a half here, half and a half here, half and a half here, going to be 15 and a half, 16, 17, and 17 and a half, 18, 19, 2, and 2,000 here, 1, 2, going to be 2,203, and 23, going to be 23, at Todd, 23, at Teddy, 22, 3, and 23, going to be 23, 300, going to be 23, Chris, 2,200, 16X. 135, yeah, 35, and 35, 35, 37, and 35, 37, and 37, and 37, and going to be 40, going to get 2 and a half, going to get 5, and 47, and 47, and 47, and 47, and 47, and 50, and 47 and a half here, 40, going to get 7 and 50, $1.50 there, going to be 150, and 50, 50, 50, going to get 52 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 5, and 57, and 57, and 57, and 57 and a half, 57 and a half here, gray, 155, 3. Old cow, she's 10. $55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 50, 57 and a half here, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 57 and a half here, gray, 155 on 3.
She looks younger, but she got enough brands.
3-year-old. 4-year-old. Six-year-old. She's got a big foot. Daughter. 110 and 110. Going to be 110. Bit of a 10, 20. Going to be 30. Bit of 5. Bit of 40. Bit of 5. Going to be 145. 145. 145. 50. Daughter 50. Now 5. 60. 160. It's 60 there. Going to be 60. Going to be 60. S. 155. 4. 135, yeah, 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 45 here, 55, 2 and a half, 55, 57, 57, 57, 50, and 57, 60, and now 60 there, $60 here, 160, Cavanagh, 157 and a half. Three, gotcha. What's his breed, Antone?
Jersey. Jersey Buck and Bull Cross.
Jersey influence.
Jersey Longhorn. Good heifer bull right there.
No, it's a steer already.
Oh.
He don't want nobody to get his truck.
How much you give, Antone? I got $1. 110 and 120 and 10, 20, bit of a 10, 20, good of a 10, 20, 120, 130, 130, 140, 150, 150, $1.40, 50, $1.45, 145, 50, now 5, 55, 55, 55, you're out up here, 55, and 55 here, sold, 150, Antone. I think I could trip that one. Ten-year-old cows are 3 to 5 months bred. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 60, 2.5, 5, and 65, 7.5, 7.5, 70, 170, 172 and a half, 72, 50, and 70, we get 2.5, good to be 70, we get 2.5, good to be 70, we get 2.5, here's on 170, Chris, 16X. Mike, was he trying to bid? Oh, okay. Yeah, ate all the peanuts out of the sack.
I had one.
In your truck?
Yes, but my truck's clean.
Yeah, way cleaner than mine.
I had a roll of blue paper towel and it chewed up. I put a big old sticky trap in it.
How old?
10-year-old way up.
10-year-olds right there, 35. Yeah, 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 40, 2.5, 45, 7.5, 50, and 50, 2.5, 52 and a half, 5, and 55, 57, 57, 57, 60, and now 60 there, 2.5, you get 2.5, and 65, 65, 65, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 67.5, and 67.5 here, a little gray 5, 165, put one gray 3. Gray 3.
So mad.
I've never seen the little fella, but I know he's in there. $135. Yeah, 35. You got some more coming? 35, and 35, and 35, 37, and 37, and 37, and 37, and 37, and 37 and a half, and 37 and a half, 40, we get 40, we get 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, we get 5, and 47 and a half, 50, we get 50, we get 52 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, we get 5, and 55, 55, 57, 57, 60, and now 60, we get 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, we get 5, and 65, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 67 and a half, good to be 67 and a half, good to be 67 and a half, sold 165, grade 3. Then I got my glasses. I keep them in an Oakley case. Of course, I wear contacts now, but I went in there to get them, and he had found the sunflower seeds, and he had ate my sunflower seeds and eaten the sunflowers and leaving the shells in that Oakley case where I keep my glasses. Nuts and seeds. Hey, I've got a dog at the house, Australian Shepherd, kind of poodle-y, a female. She jumped up in the UPS's truck and tried to. The guy jumped out the other. I don't have it on video. I wish. She jumped in. He jumped the other way, and he ran around. I'm on the front porch just laughing. And this guy chewed my ass for about that. He goes, "Lock your dogs out." I thought she just wanted to ride. She does not like that UPS truck. Golly. Everybody else seems okay with it. When that truck comes in, oh, Lord. I told my wife, I said, we got a little problem. I said, that UPS comes to this house a little bit too much.
Say it again.
Went down
On that previous ticket.
on the
We might as well just,
one that.
yep. We ain't paying for it though. So let's just go back and redo it. And average her off.
Just tell them girls in the office.
I'll take it in and take care of it.
Yeah.
If she gets up, we'll try to sell it.
Okay.
Write them down.
Okay. What am I supposed to write these down at? What'd you say? Wake House, 5 to 10. 135, 35, 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 40, going to get 2.5, going to be 5, going to be 7, going to be 50, now 2.5, 5, and 57, 57, going to be 60, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 5, and 65, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 750, and 67, 7.5, 7.5, going to be 67, going to be 67, here, sold, 165, Booker 11. Big interior 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7, 57, 57, 57, 55, 57, 57, 57, 60, and had 2.5, going to get 2.5, going to be 2.5, not 2.5, and 2.5 here, 2.5, bit of a 5, and 65, has 65, 65, 65, 65, going to get $5.5, 5 here, a little bit of Chris, 162.5, 13. Well, I'm here, 35, 35, and 37, and 37, 40, and 40, going to get 2.5, going to be 5, going to get 7, going to be 15, and 2.5, 5, and 57, 57, going to be 60, and now 1, going to be 1, going to be 2, going to 3, going to get 3, going to get 3, going to be 3, 4, 64, 5, and 65, and 65, 600, and 67, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, here, 67, 8, and now here, and high, going to be 9, daughter, going to be 9 here, and high, going to be heavy, going to get 9, daughter, been 9 here, going to be 9, going to get 9, going to be 9, gray, 168, 3. 4 years old, she's open. She'll raise you a big old calf, won't she? Mm-hmm. Okay. 55, 55, 57, 57, 60, now 2.5, going to be 2.5, going to get 5, now 7.5, now 67, 50, and 60, going to get 7.5, going to be 7.5, now 7.5, 7.5, 7, 70, and now 70, going to get 70, going to get 70, going to get 70, here, gray, 67.5, 9. Y'all do much this weekend? Oh, yeah. Long way. Oh, y'all did? 6 by 7. You got 2,000, Antone? 2,100 and 21 and 20 and 21, 21, 21, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, going to be 21,200 and 21,200. What about 2, 3 and 23? Going to be 24. Going to be 25. Going to be 24, 5 and 2,500. 500. Here, you get 500 now. 5, 6, 26, 26, 7, 27, 8, 9, 20. Here, you get 9. Chris, 2,800. 3. 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 50, 57, going to be 60, going to get 2.5, 5, and 5, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 750, and 67.5 here, half here, going to be 67.5 here now, 70, 170. Now 2.5, 5, 75, still time to get in, 175. Booker, 172.5. 35, yeah, 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, 40, we get 2.5, 45, 7.5, now 47, 50, now 50, and 50, we get 2.5, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7.5, 57, 57, 57, 57, 50, 60, and now 60, 60, 160, 2.5, 5, 65, Booker, 62.5, 11. $55, 55, 55, 55, 10 years old here, 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 50, 57, and a half, 60, and now 60, we get 60, we get 60, there, we go to 2.5, we get 2.5, we get 2.5, 5, and 65, 5 here, 5 here, Booker, 162.5. 8-year-old, 4 months bred, 150 and 55, 55, 55, 57, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 50, and 57 and a half here, 60, we get 2.5, going to be 2.5, going to be 2.5, we get 5, and 67 and a half, 67 and a half, 70, and now 70, we get 2.5, 72, 50, right up here, 5, and 75 here, 75 here, 75, 77, 50, and 77 and a half, now 80, and 180 there, 80, bid 80, 180 here, so 177 and a half, Chris, 55. I don't blame him one bit. Old guy here, daughter, 110, and 110, going to be 110, 20, going to be 20, going to get 30, going to get 5, going to get 40, going to get 5, going to get 50, going to get 55, 60, and now 60, there, going to be 60, going to be 60, gray, 155, 5. 3. Eight-year-old, she's 6 months, 2,000. 2,100, 21, 20, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 7, and 27 now, 800, 8, 9, 8 now, 9, and 2,800, 9, 900, going to be 20, going to be 9, going to be 9, going to be 9, going to be 9, going to be 9. Great, 2,817. 8 by 6. 9 and open here, 135, and 35, and 37, and 37, and 37, and 40, we get 2.5, we get 45, 47, and 50, and 50, 53, we get 2.5, going to be 2.5, we get 2.5, 52, 55, and 57, and 57, and 57, and 57, and 60, and now 60, 8, 9, now 9, going to be 9, we get 9, going to be 9, going to be 9, gray, 158, 3. Turn it open, daughter bid, 105, and 105 here, go to 105, we get 5, we get 5 and 10, go to 10 and 15, here 20, 5, we get 30, we get 5, and 35, 35, 43, 145, and 45 here, 45, 50, we get 50, we get 50, 45, we get 50, and 45, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, and 50 here, gray, 145 on 5. 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 50, and now 60, we get 2.5, 65, and 65, 7 and a half, now 70, 172 and a half, 75, 75, 77 and a half, and 77 and a half, 80, and 180 now, 83, 80, 81, so on 180 on Booker, nothing. You all right over there? 6-year-old, 3 months here, 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100 here, 21, 21, not 2, and 2,200 here, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 25, and 2,500 here, 4, 500, 24, 25, and 2,500 here, 4, 5 here, 24, 5 here, Chandler, 2,400. One 35, and 35, and 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, 37, 50, and 40, and 40, we get 2.5, 5, 45, 47, and a half, 50, and half, 50, you get 52 and a half, going to be 2.5, we get 2 and a half, going to be 52 and a half, 5, and 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57 and a half here, Doug, 155, 5. 5X. First quarter is officially over.
Hold on. Let me sit this cow's cage.
Go check her out. Old cow. Daughter 5, and 105 here, good to be 105 and 10, good to be 110 and 15, good to be 15, 20, and 20 and 23, good to be 20 and 23, good to be 125, and 20 and 25 and 30, good to be 35 here, good to be 35 here, 40, and have 40 and 5 here, good to be 45, good to be 45, good to be 45, good to be 45, good to be 145, good to be 5 here, Cavis 140 on X.
We're gonna sell a bunch of odds. 140. Cheap cows day, John.
She wasn't very good. $65. Has it get a 5? 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 7 and a half, 70, 172 and a half, 72 and a half, 75 here, 75 here, 77 and a half at 80. And now 82 and a half here, 85 here, group 85, 85, 750, 87 and a half, 93, 190, 90, 90, 91, and 90, 92, 92, 92, 93, 92, 3, and 93, 3 here, Doug, 192 on 7. $1.50. 55, 55 here, 55, 60, and 65 here, now 5, 70, 70, 170, 170, now 5, and 75, 80 here, 80, $85, 85 and 90, 195, group 195, group 2, and 95, group 2, group 95, group 2, 195, group $2, and 95 and 2, 195, group 2, group 2, group 2, group 2, sold 195 S13. Daddy. 175, here 75, here 75, here 75, 75, 75, 75, 77, 750, and 70, 75, going to be 77, going to be 77 and a half, going to be 77 and a half, here sold 175, Doug 7. $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 60, and 2 and a half, group 2 and a half, 5, and 5, has $5, $5 here, cabinets, 162 and a half, 3. $135, 35, and 35, 35, 37, and 35, 37, and 37, and 37, and 37, 50, and 37, and 40, 40, 40, going to be 40, 40, 42 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 45 here, 45 here, 45, 45, 45, 45 here, gray, 142 and a half, 5. $52 and a half, 50, 2 and a half, here, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 50, and 50, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 57, 57, 57, 60, 60, and 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 67 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, 70, 2 and a half, 75, and 75 here, 75 here, 75, 75, cabinets, 172 and a half. Show cow right there, $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 75, 57, 57, 57, 57, 50, and 57, going to be 60, and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, not 7 and a half, 70, and 70, 70 there, 2 and a half, 72 and a half, 75, and 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75 here, 75 gray, 172 and a half, 10. $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, you get 55, 75, 57, going to be 60, you get 2 and a half, you get 5, 65, 7 and a half, and now 7 pounds 70, and 70, 71, 71, 72, 73, 74, 73, 4, 5, and 75 here, 74 and a 5, 75, 75, 75, 75 here, Booker, 174. 7-year-old. She's 5 months bred. Make sure you like her bag. $1.50. $1.55. Yeah, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 2 and a half, gonna be 2 and a half, gonna get 2 and a half, gonna be 2 and a half, gonna get 2 and a half, gonna be 52 and a half, 5, and 55, and 55, Jimmy Thor, 57 of 57 of 57 of gonna be 60, and now 60, not 2 and a half, gonna be 2 and a half, gonna get 2 and a half, gonna be 2 and a half, gonna be 2 and a half, book, 160. Yep, here, 72 and a half. Yeah, 72 and a half, 75 here, 75, 77 and a half. Gonna be 82 and a half. Gonna be 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 87 and a half. 87 and a half. Gonna be 87 and a half. Gonna be 87 and a half. Gonna be 87 and a half. Here's on 185 Booker. Four and open, $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, and now 70, you get 70, now 75, 75, and 75, you get 75 here, 75, 75, 35, 75, 75, 75, 35, 7, 77, 75, get 7, and 75, going to be 77, going to get 7, going to be 7, going to be 7 here, S, 175, 4. Five and open, $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70, 170, 170, 72 and a half, 72.50, and 70, 2 and a half, going to be 70, 2 and a half, going to be 70, 2 and a half here, Cabinet, 170. Two-year-old, $2. 205 and 25, going to be 205, going to be 205 and 10, going to be 210, going to get 15, going to be 20, and 225, going to be 225 and 30, going to get 235, going to be 235, 40, and 45, going to get 45, going to be 45, going to be 245, and 45, going to get 45, going to get 45, going to get 45, going to 45 S, 240, 11X. Five-year-old here, 155, 55, 75, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, going to be 60, going to get 2 and a half, and a 5, and 67 and a half, 70, 172 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, 750, and 70, going to get 7 and a half, going to be 77 and a half here, Gray, 175, 9. How old? 2-year-old. 225. 225, 30, and 225, to get 32, 32, 35, and 35, to get 40, and 45, to get 45, to get 50, now 255, 260, and 265 here, now 5 here, 70, to get 270, to get 270, and now 70, to get 70, going to be 270, to get 270, Chris, 265, 7X. 55, 55, 57, 57, going to be 60, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 250, and 5, and 65, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 70, going to be $1.70, and 2 and a half, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, here's what 170, Gray 9, 10, Gray 10, 9 now, 10. 4-year-old, she be open. $175, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 180, and 75, 87, going to be 87, going to be 87, going to be 180, 180, 180, 175, going to be 85, 85, 90, 195, 195, 2. $2 here, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2. So 195, Chris 3X. 135, and 35, and 35, 40, we get 45, going to be 45, we get 50, not 2.5, going to be 2.5, we get 5, and 57, 57, 57, going to be 60, we get 62.5, going to be 2.5, whatever the 1, and down 2, going to be 2, we get 2, now 3, we get 3, we get 3, 4, and down 4, 5, and 65, 66, 65, 66, here down 65, going to be 6, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, here, going to be 7 here, canvas, 166X. With the bull, $1.55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 65, and 65, 70, 75, 75, 75, here, 75, 2.5, and 75, and 75, here, 75, 75, 75, 77, 77, 750, and 70, 77.5, here, Cabinet Bull, 175. Dollar. 105 and 105 here. Going to be 105. Going to get 5. Going to get 5. Going to get 5 and 10. Going to be 100. Going to be 115 and 50, 50, 15 here. 15, 20, 125. Going to be 25 and 30 and 35. Going to get 35, 40. Going to be 140, 135, 40 and 35, 40, 40. Going to get 40. Going to get 40. Going to get 40 here. Cavis 135, 3. Cavis 3. How old is she? 10-year-old here, $1.50. 52.5 and 2.5. We get 2.5. Going to be 2.5. We get 5 and 57. 57. Going to be 60. We get 2.5. Going to be 2.5. Going to be 2.5. Going to be 250 and 62.5. Going to be 2.5. We get 2.5. Going to be 2.5 here, gray. 160 on 5. $65. As it get about, 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 7 and 7.5, and 70, and how 70, we get 70, going to be 70, we get 70, going to be 70 here, Booker, 67.5. $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 62.5, and 2.5, we get 2.5, we get 5, now 7.5, now 7 pounds 70, and 70, 70 there, going to be 70, we get 70, we get 70, Booker, 67.5. $65, as it get about, 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 7, 50, and 67.5, 70, we get 70, we get 70, 8, 9, 70, 2.5, 5, 77.5, 80, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great, 184, 10, 9. Sir. Okay, $1.50. Harlow's. 155 and 57. Going to be 60. We get 2.5, 2.5. Going to be 2.5. And to get about 7.5, 70, 170, 170, 170, 170, 170. $1.70. We get 70 here. So 167.5 cabinets. Is that all right? Yeah. Two-year-old. 1 plus. 235, 40, and 235, we get 235, 42, 142, 145, we get 45, we get 50, we get 5, and 55, going to be 265, and house 70, we get 275, going to be 280, 85, 85, you get 285 here, 85, 85, 85 here, S, 280, 11X. $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 60, we get 2.5, 5, and 67 and a half here, half here, 70, and now 70, we get 70, we get 70, we get 70, Chris, 167 and a half, number 10. Dollar, 105, and 105 here, good to be 105, good to get 5, 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 good to be 10, good to be 10, and 15, 20, and 25, good to be 25, and 30, good to get 30, good to get 30, 25, good to be 30, good to get 30, good to be 30, good to get 35, now 5, now 40, now 5, 45 here, 40, now 5 here, 40, now 5 here, now 45 here, Cabinets X, 140. Nine by 3. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 65, 75, and 75, going to be 80, 180, 180, 75, 80, and now 75, going to be 180, going to be 75, going to be 180 here, Chris, 175 on 55. $120, 125, 25, and 25, now 30, we get 30, we get 5, we get 40, we get 5, we get 50, now 5, and 55, going to be 65, and now 70, 170, 170, 170, 170, 170, and 73, 170, 165, Doug, 5X. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Henderson. You have a lovely afternoon. $135, 35, 35, 35, 35, 40, we get 40, we get 40, 35, 40, 35, 40, 35, 40, 35, but 40, now 40. Anybody else? 140? 5? 2.5, 5? 145 and 45, we get 45. You're out, Thor. And 45, 45, 47, 47, 47, 50. $1.50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, now 50 here, Doug. 147 and a half, 5X. Doug, 5X. $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, going to be 60, we get 2 and a 5, and 65, 7 and a half, 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 70, and now 70, we get 2 and a half, 72, 50, and 70, we get 2 and a half, 5, and 75, 77 and a half, 80, 81, 82, 83, 83, 84 here, 85, 85 here, 85 here, 184, 21. We count right there, $55 and 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, going to be 60, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and 7 and a half, and 67 and a half here, half here, going to be 67 and a half here, Cabinets 3, 165. $55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57 and a half, 60, and now 60, we get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, going to be 250, and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half here, Chris, 160 on 10. Maybe I shouldn't answer the phone call after 5 o'clock on Sunday. Al, 3-year-old, $2. 210 and 210, go to 2, go to 2, now 10, 210, 210, 210, 210, 210, 20, and 210, 20, we get 210, 20, we get 210, 20, go to 210, 20 here, 210, 20. S, 210, number 11X. 6-year-old cow, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7, 57, 57, going to be 60, going to get 2.5, going to get 5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7 now someday, and now 70, going to get 70, going to be 70, now 70, and 70 there, 170, cabinet 67.5. $65. Has a good five. Has a good five. Has a good five. Has a good five. 67.50 and 67.5 here. 65. Has a good five. 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 61 and how on here. Another one. Good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. Sold 160. Chris 10. Here's a boo, 175, and 750, and 77 and a half here, 77 and a half, 77 and a half, 750 now, 77.50, and 77 and a half here, 80, 2 and a half, 5, 85, 85, 85, 87, group 87, group 87, 90, and 100, 90 there, group 90, group 90, group 90, group 90 here, Chris, 187 and a half, boo.
I think you got it now.
Well, the bag on that red Reno cow is terrible. Hold that red cow, guys. The mother two cows are 6, 7 years old. They're 6 months bred. 2,000. 20, 100, 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2, and 2, 3, and 23 are going to be 4, and 24 are going to be 25, going to be 25, going to be 26, 7, and 27 are going to be 26, 7, and 6, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7 are going to be 2,700, and 2,700 are going to be 2,700, are going to be 26, going to be 7, so 2,600, Chris, 55, yard him out. Yep. 8 to 10 years old, 5 to 7 months working on the B, R, and K cattle. Everything looked pretty good so far. 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 22, and 22, 3, going to be 22, going to be 3 and a half, going to be 23 and a half, going to be 24 and a half, going to be 24 and a half, 5, and 25, 55 and a half, going to be 26 and a half here, half here, 7, and 27, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, 2,700, and 20, going to be 700, going to be 2,700, and 20, going to be 700, going to be 27, going to be 27, going to be 27, going to be 7, 75, now 7, 27, 2,700 and 27, going to be 27, so 26.75, Jerry 13. Didn't know if I remember how to still take a quarter, Jerry, but I remembered. Good. No, I jump you 150, Mike. Yes, sir. No. 8 to 10, they're open. 155, 55, 55, 55, 75, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 60, and now 60, we get 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, and 67 and a half here, going to be 67.50, and 67 and a half here, Booker, 165, 11. Yes. Better get back in here. $155, 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 57, 55, 57, 75, 75, 57 and a half, 60, and 2 and a half, to get 2 and a half, to get 2 and a half, to get 5, and to get 5, has to get 5, to get 5, to get 3, to get 3, 3, and 2 and a half, to get 3, 2 and a half, 3, and a half, 3, to get 3 and a 4, 64, 65, and to get 5, has to get 600, and 66, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 7, and 66, 7, and 7, 7, to get 7, and 7, here, going to be 7, Booker, 166, nothing. Fours and 5-year-olds. Hey, that cow's bred back 2 months.
300.
She's 4-year-old. She's 2 months bred back. So they've been exposed, guys. They're exposed back. Who are we working on? More cattle? All right, right there, here, let's bid right there, 3,000, 3,100, and 31, and 31, and 31, 2, and 3, and 33, we get 34, and 5, 36, 7, and 37, going to be 8, and 9, and 39, 100, going to be 8, 9, going to be 39, going to be 39, going to be 4, and 4, and 4,000, 1, and 41, 41, 41, 41, 41, 41, I got 4, that 1, and 4,100, and 4,100, 41, 41, 41, 41, 41, and 4,100, 2, 42, 3, and 43, 4, here, 44, 5, and 45, 500 here, 44, 5, and 4,500 here, online you're out, 4,500, and 40, 500, 4,500, 4,500, and 40, 500, 4,500, I sold him 4,400, Mike Treese. Tree straight.
Write that stuff down. Pairs, please.
How old? 6 and 7-year-old right there, 3,100 and 31 and 31, 31, 31, 32 and 2, 3, we get 33, we get 34, we get 35, 36, 7 and 37 to go, 36, 7 and 37 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 3,700 and 36, 700, you're going to be 36,700 and 37, going to be 37, hey, going to be 30, hey, going to be 30, hey, going to be 30, hey, going to be 38, Chandler, and 3,800, 8, 9 and 9, 4 and 4,000, we get 4,000, we get 4,000, we get 4,000, going to be 9, 4 and 39, 4,000, we get 4,000, we get 4,000, sold 3,900 trees. Six years old. She's 2 months bred with the steer calf at side. 3,500 and 35 and 35 and 37 and 35, 37 and 37 and going to be 4, going to get 2 and 5 and 45, 47 and 47 and 47, 50 and 47 and going to be 47, 50 and 45, going to get 47 and going to be 47 and going to be 47 and going to be 47, 50 and 47 and a half here, 47 and a half here and die. Sold 4,500 gray. 2-1. You got what? $2,000, 2,100, 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 2,100, 100, 2,100, and 2,100, 21, 21, 1,500 on a pair. 15, 16, 15, 16, 17, and 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, but 19, and 19, 18, 19, 2, and 2,000, 19, going to be 21, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 2,100, Mike Treats, what about you? 2,100, 2,100. 2,100 and 2,100 here, 1 and 2,100 here, 100 here, Burns. 2,000 on 5. Low line Red Angus. They're 5 and 7 years old. $1 a pound. 105, and 105 here, good to be 105, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, good to be 105, good to be 110, and 110, 15, 20, and 23, good to be 120, good to be 120, good to be 120, and 20, now 5, 125, 30, and 30, 30, 30, to get 30, good to be 25, to get 30, good to be 25, to get 30, good to be 30, sold, 125, showtime. Be 180 cows coming off one ranch next week. 180 of them. He said kind of from middle-aged to old. Sir. I didn't hear a word you said. I can see that better than I can hear. That's how me and my wife communicate. Yeah. I got the same problem. Hi, Mark. My panels are still knocked over. Yeah. $3 a pound. $3 and half, $3, good to be 30, count 10, and 310, about 310, good to be 310, good to be 310, good to be 310, good to be 10, good to be 10, good to be 10, 310, 310, 310, 310, and tone, $3. 6 years old, she's 7 months bred. Well, how about that? Is she bred to that short Hereford bull that's with her
Probably.
back there?
They come together.
Yep.
You gonna buy her?
Nope. $1,000. 1,000 and 1,000 here, 11, 11, going to be 1,200, now 13, to get 13, to get 14, to get 1,400, and half 14, and 14, to get 14, to get 14, to get 1,400, and 14, to get 14, to get 14, to get 14, to get 1,400, going to be 1,400, 1,400, showtime, 13 and a half.
Did we miss Gray?
Probably.
The red white face bull, that'd be the daddy.
Yeah. Bob, you're going to have to lower your fences. Here's a daddy. $1.50. $1.55. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 50, now 5, and 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 50, 60, and now 65 here, 70, 75, 75, 80, $1.80 pound here, 80, 85, 85 here, 85 and 5 here, 85 here, sold 180, Cavernous bull. Two cows I got last week, the gentlest things.
So you left here for a week?
Yeah. I had to gentle them down. Get their old feet kind of hurting.
Looky there,
That
John.
way we don't run into the fence. Only got
Heifer
2
X.
wire. $1.50. $1.55. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, and half high, going to be 65, 70, 170, and 70, we get 70, we get 70, we get 70, we get 70, going to be 70 here, S, 165, 13. Yeah, because if they get out of the 2-wire hot wire on Check Hall Road, I got to have them gentle. Feet hurting and gentle. You like that, Stuart? You think I'm full of shit most of the time? All the time.
Every day, John. I still hang out with you, but you are full of. Sounds a big cow.
135 and 35 and 35 and 35, 35, 37 and 37 and 37 and 37 and 37, 50 and 39, 75, going to be 30, going to be 7, going to be 30, going to be 7, going to be 30, 40 and half, 40, 40, not 2 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 42 and a half. Cabinets 140, 11. Mike, I ain't got nothing. Nine and 10, they're 5 months. 2,000, 20, 100, 21, and 21, 21, 21, 2, 22, 22, and half, 3, and 4, and 5, now 600, and 25, 56, and 25, and going to be 26. Yes, Fitzgerald cows, 2,600, 26 and a half here, 7, and 27, and a 7, and 7, and 750, and 27 and a half here, half here, going to be 2750, and 27 and a half here, half here, going to be 27, going to be half. Chris, 2,700, 16. Same deal, guys. More than Fitzgerald consignment down here at Minco. 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 75, 57, 57, 57, 60, and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 1, 5, and zig 5, and zig 3, zig 3, zig 3, zig 3, and 2 and a half, 3, 4, and zig 4, 5, and zig 5, zig 5, zig 6, and 6, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, now 7, and 7, and now 7, now 7, John 67, and now 7, 66, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, got him, now 7, and 7 here, Booker, 166. Get in the pairs. 5-year-old. $55. 55. 55. 55. 55. Should be 3, it says. Got another one back here, Antone. Males backwards. 55. 55. 55. 55. 55. 57. 57. 57. 57. 57. 50. And 57 and a half. 60. We get 2 and a half. Good bit 2 and a half. We get 5. And get 5. 7 and a half. 7 and a half. 7 and a half. 750. And 67 and a half here. Half here. Good bit half here. Good bit half here. S. 165. 21. S 21. Here's a 3. 6 and 7 years old here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, going to be 60, going to get 2 and a half, 5, and to get about 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, going to be 70, going to get 70, going to be 70, and now 70, going to get 70 here, S, 167 and a half, 4. 2,000. I don't need more zoo friends around my house. Tell her she brought 5,000. 4 and 5-year-olds here, 125, and 25, and 25, 25, 27, and 25, 27, and 27, and 27, and going to be 30, now 30, now 32 and a half, 5, and 35, 40, 145, and 45, 50, going to get 55, and 55, 55, 60, going to be 65, and 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65 here, Jerry, 162, Jerry 2. Halftime show. You gonna sing, Led?
Are you out? Hey. Hey. Let's go over here.
Miss Kelsey, how you doing? You don't?
But I could be wrong.
Here's that. Yeah, I didn't like her back. You guys might, but I sure didn't. believe she was 6 by 7. Was that right? 6 by 5. 7 by 5. $1.50. 55, 57 to 60, 2.5, 5, and 5, and 5, 7.5, 70, and 70, and 2.5, and 70, we get 2.5, going to be 70, we get 2.5, going to be 70, 2.5 here, Chris, 170, 16X. R&K. R&K. 6 by 7. $1.50. 52.5, and 50, even get 2.5, going to be 50, even get 2.5, and 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 2.5, even get 55, and 57, 57, 60, and 2.5, going to be 2.5, even get 5, and 5, and 5, 7.5, 167 to 70, 170, Andy, $1.70, 170, 2.5, 172.5, 5, 177.5, 80, $1.80. $1.80, $1.80, 70, 80, now 5, 185, Andrew, 185, 85 here, 85 here, 85, going to be 85 here, sold, 180. What's the name?
Deep Fork.
Deep Fork. Should bring first time.
Yep. Outside.
This happened here.
Yeah, go.
30, 20, 5, 25 cents a pound, 30, 30, Doug. What about the taco truck? 30, 30 cents a pound. Sold 25, S1.
Do you have any more S1s? That's the only one?
Whose was she? That's yours?
Okay.
What do we need a marker at? $1.60? Yeah, at least. Mm-hmm. $1.50. Marker $1.50. They can do it in the office. We need to tell them though. He says it happens here. I said $1.50.
She's down right there. Just take her completely off. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't even sell her to S1. You do whatever, John.
I'll just leave it alone for right now. You got anything ready? Huh? Nothing ready? Is there anything left to sell? Few? don't care. I'm never home on Saturdays, so. At Little League games, yeah. That's starting up pretty quick. There's a handful of us. Yeah. Kelsey, I don't think there's any baby calves back here. And Giovanni online, I don't think there's any baby calves for you guys. That's what I was told anyway. You're welcome. If I do see one, how much you want to give, just in case? 1,200? No. Big old steer. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, dollar, 110, and 110, gonna be 110, 20, gonna get 30, gonna get 5, gonna get 40, then 5, 45, 50, and 2.5, gonna be 2.5, gonna get 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 50, 57 and a half here, 57 and a half here, Canis, 155, 3. I saw that as soon as I backed up. Daughter, 105, and 105 here, good to be 105, good to get 5, good to get 5, good to be 10, 15, 20, and 5, and 25, 25, 25, good to get 30, and 5, and 35, 40, good to get 40, good to get 5, good to get 50, and 5, and 65, and now 5 here, 75, and 75, 75, 75, 75, 80, 80, 180, 180 here, Canvas, 175, Bull X. Yes, 75. Yes, 75 here. 75, 70, 75, 750. And 70, we get 77 of a hand. Going to be 80, we get 2 and a half. Going to be 5. 85 here. 85, 87, 50. 87 and a half. 87 of 90. And down 90, we get 90. Going to be 90, going to be 92 and a half. And 95. And 95, we get 95, we get 95, we get 95 here. Doug 792 and a half. 175, yeah, 75, 75, 75, 75, 77, 77, 50, and 77 and a half, 77 and a half, 750, and 70, 77, group 80 now, 80, group 80, 82 and a half, group 82, 55, 85 here, 87, 50, 87 of 90 there, group 90, group 90, group 90, group 90, group 90 here, cameras, 187 and a half, boo. $185, 85 here, group 85, 85, 85, 87, group 87, group 87, group 87, group 87, 50, 90, and 90, we get 2 and a half, group 92, 55, and 95, 95, 95, 95, we get 95, Rob your third, 95, and over here, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 3, 5, 95, and 95, 4, 5, and 94, 95 here, Doug 794. You don't want them to know you're here? Eight to 10, they're all open. 50, not 2 and a half, 52 and a half, 5, 55, 55, 55, 75, 57, group 62 and a half, group 2 and a half, group 5, and 65, 7 and a half, 7 and 70, group 70, not 2 and a half, and 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, and 70, 71, daughter 1, here, 70, 71, here, 71, here, 71, Booker, 170, 12. Used to take a picture. You don't want all that? Mike, that was a deep fork cows right there. Where's deep fork from? Dakota. 135, 35, 37, going to be 40, going to get 5, going to get 50, now 2.5, 5, and 57, going to be 60, going to get 2.5, 2, 5, and 65, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 6, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, now 8, 8, going to be $8, and 67, $8, and now 7, going to be 8, 8, 9, and now going to be 9, going to be 9, going to be 9, going to be 8, 9, 8, now $9, going to get $9, going to be 9, 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 so 168, Booker 13. I got it. Booker 13. Clay? Wait on you, fellas. I like it. Better than being on you. Do I sell cows faster than horse guy sells horses? Yeah. Wait. What are we holding? Oh, we gotta wait on her.
She's laid on Clay all day, so.
Mm-hmm.
They again has got 2 sets. There's a Longhorn set and a good set. Don't sell them back to back.
Right.
I think the
But he'll want to murder.
I think the Longhorns are going to be in his wife's.
Don't run them too early, don't run them too late. Just prime time, 10:30.
You call me. Coy call me. Bill call me.
George. Billy. George. 105 and 105 here, good 105, good 5, good 5, 10, good 110, bit of a 10, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 50, 30, and 20, 30, and 20, 30, good 20, 30, 30, 40, and 30, 40, good 30, 40, good 30, 40, 50, $1, 50, $50 there, good to be 40 down, 50 there, good to be 140, 50 there, good to be 140 down, 50 here, so 140. Gray 5. You gotta go by 10. That's what Wiedemann said a couple weeks ago to my dad. You got to go by 10 on a 7-weight steer? Yeah. Thank you. 9-year-old, 4 months. You get 2,000. 2,100. 21, and 21, and 21, 21, 21, 2, 230, we get 23, going to be 24, now 5, and 24, 50, and 20, we get 4 and a half, going to be 20, we get 4 and a half, going to be 20, we get 4 and a half, going to be 24 and a half, going to be 24 and a half, 5, 2,500, 2,500, and 25, we get 5 here, 25, we get 500, Moss, 24.50. Six-year-old, she's 4 months, 2,000. 2,100, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2,100, 1, 2, we get 3, we get 4, going to be 25, 600, and 6, 25, 50, and 25 and a half here, 5 and a half, going to be 26, and 25 and a half, going to be 6 and a half here, half here, going to be 26, 50, 26 and a half, 7, and 27 and a 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, that's 7, and 20, we get 700, going to be 2,700 here, 27 here, going to be 7, same way, 26 and a half. 135, and 35, and 35, 35, 35, we get 35, we get 35, we get 35, we get 35, 40, and 40, 40, 40, take it at 5, now 40, now 5, and 45 here, 2 and a half, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 42, 50, and 45, and 40, we get 7 and a half, 47 and a half, now 50, now 2 and a half, and 50, we get 2 and a half, going to be 50, we get 2 and a half, bit of a 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half here, 5, 7 and a half, 60, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, Gray, 165, 3. 6 years old, she's 7 months. 2,000, yeah, 2,000, 1, 21, 21, 21, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 600 and 26 7 and 27 800 $8 and 27 gonna be 27 gonna be 28 and 9 and 9 2900 and 2900 Braden you're out 29 Doug you're out 2900 and 20 gonna be 9 and 20 900 900 now 9 here Chris 2800 on Doug 2. With a Chris bull. Okay. Okay. 3-year-old. She's 5 months bred. 2000. 2001. Yeah, 2100. 21, 21, 1, and 22, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 25, 600. 6, 7, and 7, 7, 7, now 800. Half 8, and 2800. 8, and 2800. Chandler, 2750. One of them is good. Mm. 8-year-old, 5 months, 2000 and 2100, and 2100, 10 by 5, 21, 2, and 22, 3, and 22, 50 and a half, 3, 3, 50 and a half, 4, and 24 to high, going to be 24 to high, going to be 2500, going to be 25, 50, and 25 to high, going to be 25 to high, going to be 25 to high, going to be 25 and a half, 6, and 26 and a half, half here, Jerry, 2600, 13. Ocho Cinco. There you go. That sounds better. 2000, 2100, 21, and 21, 21, 21, 21, and 2100, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and 25, 600, here's 7, and 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 7, here's 6, 7, and 2700, and 6, now 700, going to be 27, going to be 27, going to be 27, going to be 27, Chandler, want to bid? 27, Soder, 2600, Ricardo. Good bag. I liked her. 5-year-old. She's 6 months bred. 1500. 15 and a half. 15 and a half. Half and a half. Going to be 16. Going to be 17. Going to be 18. Going to be 19. Going to be 19. 20 and 20 and 19. Going to be 21 and 21. 21. 21. 22. 1, 2. Going to be 21. 2. Going to be 2. 3 and 22 and 3 and a half. Half 3 and 23. Going to be 23. 50 and 20. Going to be 3 and a half. Going to be 23 and a half. Going to be 23 and a half. 4 and 2400 and 2400. Going to be 24. Going to be 24. Going to be 24. Going to be 24. Going to be 4. Chandler 23 and a half. Here's one I kind of like. She's 9. 9 and open. $1.50. $1.55. Yeah, 55. 55. 55. 55. 55. 55. 55. $1.50. You think she's 9? She is? Dollar. 110, 15, 25. 125. Going to be 25. Going to be 25. 30. 5. 40. 140. Doug. 140. Great, 135. 5. $155, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 60, and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 5, and 67 and a half, going to be 70, going to be 2 and a half, 71, and 70 here, 71, 72, 71, 2, 71, bit 2, and 72, 1, going to get 2, Booker, 171. 175, 75, 75, 77, 77, 77, 50, now 80, and now 81, 81, 81, 81, 81, 81, 81, Booker, 180. 85 today. 85 and 216. Oh, she's too full for Lemmy.
Back's too good for an Angus.
$250. 255, 55, 55, 55, 55, 255, and 55 here, 55, 55, 60, 265, going to be 70, 85, 80, 80, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85 here, 90, and now 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, Jerry, 285, 2. Four-year-old, she's 5 months bred. Hook of 1,000. You guys, your numbers.
750.
4-year-old, she's 3 months bred. $1,000. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Half, 1,500 a half. 15 and a half. 15 and a half, going to be 16 and a half. 1,700 a half. 1750 and 17 and a half, going to be 70, 18, 18 and a half, 18 and a half here, 18 and a half, going to be 1850, 18 and a half, going to be 1,900, 19 and a half, 2,000, 2,100, 2,100, 21. Sold her 2,000, Ricardo. $55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 57, 6, 57, 57, gray, 155, 3. Easy fix. Ocho cuatro. $2,000, 2,100, 8 by 4, 2,100. You don't know Spanish? 2,100 and 21 and 21 and 21, 21, 21, 21, 2,100, 21, 21, 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2,600 here, 550 and 25 and a half here, 5 and a half, going to be 25 and a half, Jerry, and 25 and a half, going to be 25 and a half, going to be 25, 50, sold 2,500, Ricardo. $135, 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 37, 37, 37, going to be 37, 50, and 40, and 40, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, you get 5, and 45, we get 45, we get 45, you got Doug, 45, 43, 5, and 45, 7, and 47, 45, going to be 7, 45, we get 7 here, Cavaniss, 145. My daughter's going to Mexican school. She's going to learn that language. Yeah, see. See. She's dark enough to look Mexican. Yeah. Is that it? That's it. Thank you, cow buyers. Y'all have a good week.